I know we only known each other for 2 weeks, but I'm really starting to. I think I love you. Wow, you love me? Yeah. When I'm embarrassed. When you know, you know. Well, I don't know what to say. You don't have to say it back, but how about this? How about you tell me your biggest fear? What triggers you? That's a little strange, I guess, but I'm so terrified of Batman. Batman, huh? That's strange. I know it's strange, but I don't like Batman. What's your biggest fear? I'm not really scared of anything, but I'll make sure Batman always stays away from you. Okay? Okay. 3 months into the relationship, after an argument. Oh my God, you really hurt my feelings when you said that to me. Your feelings, you're way too sensitive. But guess what? I'm not sensitive, but what? Boo! Ah, Batman, you promised you never do that to me. Well, guess what? I lied. I'll never trust you again. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am self-aware narcissist Lee Hammock, and I use my platform to raise awareness for narcissistic personality disorder, get more people into therapy, and validate the victims and survivors of said disorder. This series right here is dedicated to just taking my TikToks and YouTube shorts and making them longer. The one you just watched was about the insecurities of how a narcissist will use your insecurities against you. How a narcissist will weaponize your insecurities against you, like in knife form, like stabbing you with your own insecurities, like hitting you in the gut with your own insecurities. Because that's what we do. Like, I tell this to people all the time, that when you are talking to somebody, when you're getting out here in the dating world, when you are new to it, or you're backing out, this is your first relationship, first real relationship, or you're vulnerable, you just got out of another relationship. Slow down with the information sharing with new people. Slow down. Stop telling people your life story that don't need to know it. Stop people, like, you have to stop giving people when you are talking to a narcissist, when you're meeting a narcissistic person, you have got to stop giving them the blueprint to hurt you. That's one of the main things. I be harping on this so much. You have got to, like, when you convey too much information, when you are overshare, I know you're going to say, like, Lee, we just can't help it. We're good people. We want to know people. We want to meet people. You don't have to overshare. You don't have to tell people about the trauma you experienced when you were 5 years old, when you on a first date. You don't have to do that. That's unnecessary information. Like, that's why it's like, you don't have to get, like, I get it. You want to get to know people. You want to get to know people for who they truly are. That takes time. Time reveals, if you allow it to. But so many people you want that microwave relationship. You want the mess you see on Instagram. You're in a rush. Stop rushing. When you're in a rush, you will miss the red flags. And you see that video right there? I think I love you in 3 weeks. You shouldn't say I love you in 2-3 weeks. I don't, oh my goodness. Lee, you don't believe in love anyway because you're a narcissistic Jezebel, robotic bastard. We know you don't believe in love. Gotcha. Cool. Bet. I understand what you're saying, but it doesn't fly with me. I know people try to insult me with stuff like that all the time, but that type of stuff doesn't work with me. Because I'm not a Jezebel spirit bastard. You know what I mean? But, like, literally, you shouldn't be telling somebody you love them in 3 weeks. I know there's always exceptions to the rule. Like, Lee, I'm going to tell you, my grandma and my grandpa, they said I love you on the first date, and they've been married for 60 years. Good for your grandma and your grandpa. And that might not be your future. That might not be how your future works out. Your future might work out a little bit differently than grandma and grandpa's. I can guarantee you that. But that's fine. Accept that. Accept that you might not have a 75-year marriage. Accept that. It takes time to get to know somebody. I know biological clocks are ticking and things like that, but it still takes time to get to know someone for who they truly are. Because narcissists like to weaponize your insecurities against you, weaponize your trauma against you, like a knife. Like, you're sharpening the knife of the insecurities that they're going to stab you with later on. Hey, my deepest trauma. Like, you see that video. I know I made it funny about Batman, but, like, it doesn't have to be. Substitute some SA for Batman. Substitute some abandonment for Batman. Substitute some mental, physical abuse for Batman in that thing, and you'll see it get thrown right back at you. Substitute some trauma or some cheating from previous relationships. Some terror, like some suffering. Substitute some suffering for that Batman representation in that skit. You'll get exactly what's going on. I think you get it twisted and tied up so much that you don't understand the realities of the situation, the complexities of it. But, like, when they use it against you one time, After they use it against you the first time, after they use some horrible stuff against you the first time, you need to leave that person. If it's early on in a relationship, because they show you who they really are. 2 or 3 weeks into a relationship, if they are telling you that they love you, and then they use some of your trauma against you to hurt your feelings, is that love? They're setting the precedence for that. They're setting the precedence that they will use anything you say against you later on in a relationship. I know from experience, 'cause I've done it before, y'all. I know, like, Lee, that's terrible. You've done that before. That's what my channel is about. Being open and talking about everything. Literally. I've done that before. I've said that type of stuff before. Oh, your mom passed away? Cool. Was it your fault? It was probably your fault, wasn't it? Because she had such a terrible daughter. She had such a terrible son. Stuff like that. I would say stuff like that. Y'all, you understand. I feel like nowadays, you have to open your eyes and ears to the possibility that you should not be oversharing with people. Take your time. Like, what is the rush? If this is forever, if this is your forever person, what are you rushing for? I know if you told the narcissist, like, why are we rushing if this is forever? They would say, like, let's get to forever faster. This just means we get married within 2 weeks of knowing each other. That just means that we get to spend more time together married. We get to have that, we get a chance at that relationship your grandma and your grandpa had. They were married for 75 years. Look, I'm 25, you 22. Guess what? My family has a long lineage of living to 100 years old. So we can make it to 75 years. We got to get started right now, though. Right now. Now. Can't wait. Don't wait now. You love me. Yes, you love me. Let's get married. Boom. Now you're married in 2 weeks to a person you don't even know. I've heard that so much, y'all. I literally heard that so much. Like, these stories are wild, y'all. I'm just telling you, just like, especially if you're a woman and you let a narcissistic person get you pregnant really, really quick, you don't know them 2-3 weeks into the relationship, a month in, 2 months in, you don't know that person, but you love them, you're done. D-O-N-E. I didn't say dumb. I said done. You're done. Because they're gonna immediately switch up on you. Like, they start treating me terribly. Originally, he acted excited, but then he turned into a demon. Yeah, they're gonna turn into a demon because they're not having you trapped. Now they're definitely gonna use the insecurities against you. But now, because a narcissistic man that has a woman pregnant, but they'll start cheating on you. They'll abandon you. They'll go try to build another family while you are pregnant. They'll do all of that type of stuff to you, against you. And because all you did was fall in love really, really quick. That's why I say you have to set boundaries. And look, y'all, and it blows my mind because there's so many people out there. I said this, I think, in my other video. There's so many people out there that will never see these videos. There's so many people on these toxic relationships, these narcissistic relationships, that will never get in the position that you are right now to hear this video, to take heed for this video and use this information. There's millions of people out there that are dealing with this stuff that will never, ever know what they're dealing with. But you have the information in front of you. You choose to actively ignore it. That's why you get into certain situations when people stop feeling sorry for you. They're like, okay, you told this person you love them a week in. You agreed. Now you're pregnant 2 weeks in. Of course you don't know that person. Like, you have it in front of you now. If you made that error before, don't do it again. Don't get trapped by kids. Don't get trapped by cars and stuff like that. Because, like I say, whatever you keep your trauma to yourself until you're ready to disclose that to a person. Until they deserve, make them earn your information over time. Keep it to yourself until you feel like they are ready to deserve the information. And don't let it be a one-sided sharing. Everybody has trauma. They need to share something too. They need to share some kind of deep, dark secret with you too. They don't need to just hug you and kiss you and tell you that they would never promise to never do that to you. I promise I'll never do that to you. Then they'll do it later on. They will 100% do it later on. That's why I say you have to increase everything, y'all. You have to increase your security on your heart. You have to you have to get a bouncer for your heart. Like a club bouncer, you have to put a bouncer in front of your heart. Like a boundary. Like, see, I be making stuff up. Your heart is the club. You need a bouncer for it. Stop letting everybody in there. Everybody don't get into the club, do they? It's too late now. You don't just join the Zoom meeting an hour or 30 minutes. Like, it's way too late now. Yeah, literally. That's why I tell this to people all the time. You literally have to stop doing that. You literally have to. You have to protect your heart and protect your peace. You have to. And I tell people right now, you're in a position of power because you have this information ahead in front of you. Use it as you see fit. Use it like it's necessary. Use it. Because if you don't use it, you lose it. You really will. You really will. So take the power back. Put that bouncer in front of your heart and set it up. Because if you don't, I promise you, if you do not protect your heart, it will be taken from you and it will be used against you. Protect your heart, protect your trauma, protect everything you went through. Mental illness is out. Peace.